The following is a hastily made video that Courtney and I put together, trying to get one more cooking video out before she leaves for basic training. In this video, you will see why I like to do a recipe at least 2 or 3 times before filming it. This one, we were going for speed, and it didn't turn out. Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you start this one?
Hey there, it's Courtney.
And Steve.
From Serious Keto.
And what are we going to do?
Today we are going to be making a peanut butter chocolate chip mug cake.
Okay. Now, you like making mug cakes. You've been making mug cakes since you were a little girl. Mm-hmm. And have you ever written down a recipe?
I have never written down a recipe, and I use approximately 1 spoon and 1 fork. And that is it. And a mug.
Okay. We're going to have to be a little bit more precise here. Mm-hmm. So you made this last night.
Yep.
Smelled good. How'd it taste?
It was good.
So
it wasn't keto, so...
Why wasn't it keto?
Because I did not use keto syrup in it.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it would have been keto.
All right. Everything else was keto, though.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to use, then, some Chalk Zero syrup. Mm-hmm. And we're going to use some Chalk Zero milk chocolate chips in this. Mm-hmm. You do not have to use Chalk Zero. If you want to use Lily's, if you want to use Bake Believe, if you've got some other brand that you love, you can use that. If you do decide you want to use Chalk Zero, I will include a coupon code down below in the description so you can get 10% off.
And you can use any kind of syrup as well.
Okay. But I think
vanilla will be a good flavor.
Yeah, if you got a vanilla syrup,
yeah.
I'm thinking that might be the one. You ready?
I'm ready.
I sure hope this works out.
Okay, me too.
Okay, because this is like your last cooking video until sometime this summer, because you're heading off to the Army, heading off to boot camp.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's try it.
All right, first, do we need to grease our ramekin?
Usually we don't need to grease our ramekin or mug if we've got oil in it.
Okay.
It usually makes it not stick to the pan.
All right, and I suppose people can use olive oil, avocado oil, whatever keto-friendly oil you want to use.
Yeah.
We're actually going to use, for a little extra flavor here, some macadamia oil. Do you go egg first or
doesn't matter. Maybe we should do the egg so we can get it nice and whisked first.
Okay. Then in that case, I suggest we whisk it before we add anything together. So 1 large egg, which I will whisk with the pogo whisk. All right, last chance. Wet first or dry first?
Let's put the dry in first.
Okay. So we have peanut flour.
Yes.
You can also use PB Fit, but PB Fit includes sugar. There's a little bit of sugar, I think, in it. Not a lot, but there's a few more carbs.
And you could probably use a different kind of flour too, but we're using the peanut butter flour for the flavor.
So,
and it has a good texture to it.
How much?
3 tablespoons. Next, we are going to do 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. This is very important. Then just a pinch of salt to give it a little flavor.
Extra pinch.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
It'll be fine. All right. Wet ingredients.
Egg.
So, back to our 1 large egg.
Then we will do 1 teaspoon each of our syrup and our oil.
Stop. Actually, I got a better idea. Do oil first, and then the syrup won't stick to the spoon.
Okay.
It's a little something I figured out when doing mayonnaise, that, when you're measuring out your mustard, if you dunk your teaspoon or half teaspoon or whatever you're using into the oil first, comes out nice and easy, leaves almost none on the spoon. Another thing that I've discovered, when you're doing a cake in a mug or a ramekin, since it doesn't have sloped sides, you shouldn't use a sloped mixing device. So a fork, while that does seem less sophisticated than a whisk, will allow you to get around the edges.
Oh yeah, there's still a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of flour.
See if you get around the corner there with the fork. That's where that flour likes to hide. How smooth does it need to be?
It doesn't have to be perfect. Main thing is that we have our egg whisked. Otherwise, we don't want any chunks of egg white in our food.
How much chocolate chips?
I mean, it's up to you. Tablespoon, teaspoon.
Let's go.
Depends what your liking is. Tablespoon looks good.
Tablespoon will be good. Just give them a
Light stir.
light stir. Just disperse them. And then I'm assuming microwave.
Yep.
How long?
Pop it in the microwave. Let's go 1.5 minutes and check on it.
All right. Okay, we saw it rise up.
Yep.
Is it supposed to then sink back down?
Yeah, it'll sink down a little. And you want to do your toothpick test.
So it's not too hot to handle?
It's pretty hot.
Okay, but you're just strong?
Yeah.
Okay.
And our toothpick is clean.
Dry.
Oh, both.
Okay.
It's clean because it's dry.
All right. So do you let it set for any length of time before you eat it?
I don't usually. If you can wait a minute because it's going to be hot, but
So do you like pop it out, put it on a rack, or do you?
no, just leave it in the container.
Okay,
Eat
see,
it straight out.
I'm a total mug cake amateur here.
The whole point of a mug cake is that it's quick and easy, so
Okay.
you're going to want to eat it as soon as possible.
And I think also the great thing about mug cakes are if you've got family members that maybe you're trying to get on over to the keto side, this is a great little fun way to get your kids into baking and keto too, because I suspect that this is going to be pretty darn yummy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to set it on a trivet here. All right, it's spongy,
Very. Should we show them?
very spongy.
Yes.
Not a fan. Oh. How does this compare to the one you did last night?
The other one was a little moisture.
Yeah, this is like not just spongy or sponge-like. This is, I believe, if I were eating an actual sponge that just absorbs all the moisture in my mouth and in my throat.
No,
I was expecting it to be a little bit more cookie-like. I guess
cookie.
I still have a massive chunk that just will not go down my throat right now. Something more moist. I mean, we're making it peanut butter. At the very least, I was expecting sort of a peanut butter cake, maybe something more like the texture of what we had from Crave Bakehouse. This,
Yeah.
not so, we don't have time to get this recipe right in order for it to be my standard Friday video. So maybe this will just be sort of a kitchen lessons learned video. If you make recipes for YouTube, make sure you try them out, make sure you perfect them before you shoot a video.
Yeah.
I guess when you get back home, you can try perfecting that recipe, and in the meanwhile, this will just be a fun little what can go wrong in the keto kitchen sort of video.
Thanks.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching. I still like it.